What if the secret to attracting the right woman isn't about looks, money, or charm, but about who you are at your core? I used to think I had to impress women with grand gestures or clever lines. I'd spend hours planning what to say or wear, only to come off as inauthentic. The women I wanted didn't stay, and I felt like a fraud. Then I discovered Stoicism, and it showed me that the right woman is drawn to a man who lives with purpose, integrity, and authenticity. Today, we're diving deep into the Stoic guide to attracting the right woman by becoming the right man. Picture a man walking confidently through a bustling city, grounded in his purpose, unshaken by the chaos around him. This isn't just about dating, it's about building a life that naturally draws the right people to you. Welcome to Stoic wisdom. Let's get started. Epictetus said, "First, decide who you want to be, then do what you have to do." To attract the right woman, become a man of virtue, someone who lives with purpose, discipline, and authenticity. Women aren't drawn to flashiness, they're drawn to substance. Stoics value 4 core virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, temperance. In relationships, this means being honest, respectful, reliable. My friend James used to try to win women with gifts and compliments, but it felt hollow. When he focused on his character, keeping promises, being kind without expecting reward, women respected him more. He once admitted to a date that he was nervous, and her response was to open up too, creating a deeper connection, like 2 souls meeting at a crossroads. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do every act of your life as if it were your last. Live with intention. Commit to 1 act of virtue daily, like being honest in a tough moment or helping someone selflessly." For a week, track these acts in a journal and reflect on how they shape your character, like a sculptor carving a masterpiece. A man with a mission is magnetic. Your purpose, whether it's your career, a creative passion, or a cause, gives you direction and confidence. I used to think women wanted a guy who focused only on them. Wrong. When I prioritized my writing and fitness, women were drawn to my drive. Think of someone like Leonardo da Vinci, whose passion for art and invention made him unforgettable, not his attempts to impress. My friend Tom started a small business, and his dedication attracted his now partner. To find your purpose, ask, what would I do even if no one noticed? Take small steps, like spending 30 minutes a day learning a skill or volunteering. I started painting, and the focus it gave me changed how I carried myself, like a man building his own legacy. Write down 1 purpose-driven goal and 3 steps to start this week, like signing up for a course or joining a cause. For a month, dedicate an hour weekly to this goal and journal how it impacts your confidence. Purpose makes you attractive, like a beacon shining in the night. Chasing her approval makes you look weak. Stoics find validation within. Imagine you're on a date and she's not responding warmly. Instead of trying harder to impress, stay calm and be yourself. I used to change my personality to please women, but it never lasted. When I started showing up authentically, the right people stayed. Seneca said, "Why should I need the approval of others when I have my own?" Before a date, remind yourself, I am enough. Write down 3 things you value about yourself daily, like your loyalty or creativity. This builds inner strength that others notice, like a lighthouse guiding ships to shore. Try this for 2 weeks and reflect on how it changes your interactions, making you more grounded, like a tree with deep roots. Patience reveals character. Rushing into relationships often leads to mistakes. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly." Take time to know her values, habits, goals. My friend Sarah took months to build a friendship with her now husband before dating. That slow build created trust. Don't rush to lock her down. Enjoy the process of connection. On your next date, focus on learning 1 meaningful thing about her, like her biggest dream, instead of trying to impress. Journal how patience deepens the connection, like a river carving a canyon over time. To strengthen this, practice waiting 24 hours before responding to an emotional urge, like texting her too soon. Reflect on how it builds your self-control, like a warrior mastering his impulses. Stoics are present and attentive. When you're with her, listen deeply, don't just wait for your turn to talk. I once spent a date talking about myself and it flopped. When I started asking questions and truly listening, connections deepened. Marcus Aurelius said, Be attentive to what is said and enter into the speaker's mind. In your next conversation, ask about her passions and listen without planning your response. Reflect afterward on what you learned, like a philosopher seeking truth. For a month, practice active listening in every interaction and journal how it impacts your relationships, building trust like a bridge between two souls. The right woman wants the real you, not a performance. I once pretended to be more outgoing to impress a woman, but it was exhausting. When I started being honest about my quirks, like my love for quiet evenings with a book, I attracted someone who valued that. Epictetus said, "You become what you give your attention to." Share one authentic part of yourself, like a hobby or belief, in your next interaction. Journal how it feels to be real, like shedding a heavy mask. To deepen this, reflect weekly on moments you were authentic versus when you weren't, and plan to show up authentically next time, like a painter staying true to his vision. Stoics trust life's timing. You don't need to force love, it comes when you're living well. After I stopped chasing and focused on my growth, I met someone who fit into my life naturally. Seneca faced exile but trusted that his philosophy would guide him. Reflect weekly on one way you lived authentically, like pursuing a passion or staying calm in a tough moment. This builds a life that attracts the right woman without force, like a river finding its course. To strengthen this trust, practice premeditatio malorum. Visualize a scenario where love doesn't come soon and remind yourself you're enough. Journal how this reduces anxiety, like a sailor trusting the stars to guide him. As we see a man standing tall in a vibrant forest, radiating purpose, let's wrap up. Become the man she respects by living with virtue, purpose, and authenticity. Stop chasing and start building a life that draws the right woman to you. Pick one practice: living virtuously, pursuing purpose, being authentic, or trusting the process, and apply it today. Imagine yourself a year from now, thriving with confidence, like a mountain unshaken by the wind. Subscribe to Stoic Wisdom for more ways to level up your relationships. Drop a comment. What's one step you'll take to live more authentically? Like this video, share it with a friend, and let's grow together.